This is the U.S. Bank Cougar Coaches Show on the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield. U.S. Bank. Life keeps moving. We're here for every step. U.S. Bank. Member FDIC. Tonight's show is also brought to you by Zeppos, the home for the Cougar Coaches Show, where the Palouse comes to play and eat. Here's the voice of the Cougs, Matt Chazanow.
It is that time of the week. It's great to be with you. We're talking ball here with Coach Smith. And what a time to be doing it after an historic win, an all-time win, something that has never been done before in Cougar basketball history. To a round of applause, and that is to win at a top-5 team on the road. First of all, you don't get a lot of opportunities to do that just in general, right?
Correct.
That's part of the issue with that. The other thing is, when you're a top-5 team, you're really good at home. And
you're really good, period.
You're really good, period. You know, so what? Good teams win their home games. Great teams just win every game. And that was a top 5 team in America, and 4 in one poll, 5 in the other, and you beat Arizona handily by double digits in Tucson, Arizona. Congratulations on a big win.
Thank you. It was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it really was.
Yeah.
You had them really just about wire to wire. Got tight late. You knew Arizona was going to have a run in them. But I want to talk about this game for a lot of reasons.
Okay.
The data and analytics we had talked about for weeks showed Cougar basketball is good. The record was not reflective of how good the data and analytics said that Coug Hoops is. Best 6-win team at the time by 50 spots in the KenPom, et cetera. And you know, you felt like this was due, like something was going to happen. I don't know if you knew it would be this one. But
yeah, no, we've been grinding. We've been in those situations, whether it's Baylor and UCLA, where we had those opportunities, and finally we are the team that made the plays down the stretch and broke through. And I wouldn't necessarily do the schedule the same way again, but it was more like we're right now. I think we're the 5th hardest schedule in the country, and we haven't played many home games, so it's a challenge. And on top of we knew our non-conference was hard, but you don't know how your conference schedule will fall out. And I think we hit obviously some of the best teams right off the get-go, so that's been a challenge. But our guys have hung in there and done a great job, and came away with a great win, and we'll see if we can handle a little success tomorrow night.
Yeah, it's also not just the way the data works out with that. It's not just that you've played hard teams or quality teams, but it's the way those games have gone.
No. I looked at our margin of victory. We're 7-10. We're +3.
Isn't that amazing?
It's gross. We should be 10-7.
Right.
But no, we're just got to keep getting better, and hopefully things, I think so we have some room to grow and get better too, so we'll see what happens.
What is the luck rating from KenPom? Do you know how he does it? It's late game situations?
No, honestly, I think it's as simple as 1-possession games and score, 1 to 2-possession games, and how you finish on those things. So
it's a coin flip, right?
I'm a big data guy, but I think there's a lot more that goes into, having playmakers make plays, both sides of the ball late in the game. That's an advantage, having a really good guard that can go get a bucket is helpful, and stuff like that. And experience. I think experience is what we've lacked playing together and getting in those situations. So we've done it by this year. We've had a lot of close ones. So hopefully we can punch through and get some more close ones done.
74-61, you won in McHale. You held the team averaging 88 points a game to 61 points. So defense is a huge part of the story here.
Yeah, it was 59. We gave them one late.
That's true. That's true. You did that.
We did. We gave them one late. But, no, defense was great. I mean, I know that. And they'd been, Washington slowed them down a little bit before us, and Cal had a little success too. But I felt like at least I had a little bit of a cheat code coaching against Tommy when he's assistant at Gonzaga. Doing that 20 years, they're not completely different from some of those Gonzaga teams, and they're hard to beat. I think I know how to do it, but it's really hard. It's really hard. You have to really stop them in a lot of areas, and we were able to. They were the best front court in the country, and we were able to slow one of them down. The other one, Tabellis, is really fantastic. So you got to start there. You got to make it hard, make them work for it.
Well, before we get into it, and I don't want to backload breaks, so we're going to take it early.
Right.
Before we go to this break, I want to give a huge welcome and round of applause. Our new Edges coach, Frank Maile, is here, and our defensive line, a lot of it is here in Zeppos. So welcome to Pullman.
Go Cougs.
To Wazoo. Go Cougs. It's great to see these guys. And of course, I know that everybody knows RJ Stone. RJ's here.
Where's RJ?
Zeppos. Great. RJ's right there, right? We got the whole crew here. it's great to see everybody.
What segment is RJ doing?
I think he's got the rest of the show. I think both of us are going headset.
I know that. I hope his line coach knows that he's here NIL only. This is the only way you can only way you can get that guy out.
They're all cracking up. Yeah,
no, I'm kidding.
It's great. No, it's great to have him here. Great to see everybody, and it's wonderful to be here back at Zeppos talking ball after such a great win. And now you're 63 in the Ken Palm. You're 7-10. There's a lot of meat on the bone here.
Let's see what we can do one at a time.
Yeah, no doubt.
Got to calm you down.
I don't know. I get excited.
You did. You were excited.
I get excited.
That's good.
It's a big one. That was a big one. Bay Area schools. It's the Bay Area week. It's Cal Stanford coming in here to Beasley. We'll take a break. We'll get into it. We're live here at Zeppos talking ball with Coach Smith.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain Cold Refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
There's always time for the drive-thru deal. Because no matter how fast you are at making breakfast, McDonald's is faster.
Nothing fits your morning routine like your favorite breakfast. From a sausage McMuffin to a sausage burrito to those crisp, flaky, fluffy hash browns. Mix and match them every day with buy one, get one for $1. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid for item of equal or lesser value.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
You're listening to Cougar Basketball on the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield. This is Cougar Basketball.
Gay, look back, hammer time in Beasley. Bubba icing on the cake, layup on the break, and the foul.
Tune in all season long as Kyle Smith and the Cougs look to make more noise in the Pac-12.
Has the ball in the pickup, finds Mullen, three for the win. He got it from the left wing lead. 3.1 seconds left.
It's only on your home for Cougar Basketball, the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield.
It's time for Northern Quest's $50,000 Cool Cash Hot Seats giveaway, January 12th and 26th. But don't worry, the seats won't literally be hot. I mean, even if they were, it'd be worth it to win your share of $50,000. But they won't be. So just grab a regular seat at your favorite game and play with your Camus Rewards card as usual for your chance to win. Details at northernquest.com.
This is the U.S. Bank Cougar Coaches Show on the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield. U.S. Bank. Life keeps moving. We're here for every step.
Back at it live here at Zeppos. We're talking ball with Coach Smith as we get set for the Bay Area schools in Beasley Coliseum. It'll be Cal against Stanford, and there is a segment that we dedicate to an opponent preview in depth, but I want to jump the gun a little bit. We've got questions written in. We've got Twitter. Cal shot 16 of 22 from three last game. That is the record. Yeah. They are by record the worst team in the league. Okay, they had a player DeJuan Clayton come back from injury. Mind you, Devin Askew, their leading scorer, was out with some sort of injury. Maybe benign, he may be back. They shoot 16 of 22 from three against Stanford. That is the record by percentage for that many attempts. 22 attempts. 7. I don't know what to make of that.
Nah, we'll find out.
Yeah,
we'll find out tomorrow night. Sometimes we've had moments like that, and you can really separate, and you can really splat a team in college. Right? It happens in the NBA all the time where you'll see these huge spreads, just because the three is so valuable. And you'll see big leads go away, too, when you hit a few. But 16 to 22 against your rival is going to make you sleep well at night.
Yeah.
It'll be pretty good.
Yeah, for sure. So they're coming in hot as
I had a guy make 11 threes in a game one time.
Did you?
And we lost.
Oh, no. That's not ideal. Oh,
that's hard to do. That made me think.
Who was that?
Lotto Low, the Senegalese German.
Yeah. Oh, love that.
That's where we got the. But
that's fun.
He is a really good player.
Yeah.
Still playing for a lot of money.
Is he playing in Europe?
Somewhere? Alba.
And I apologize. The Dons or the Lions? He was
Lions. Columbia. I said Lions. Columbia.
Did you? I missed it. Sorry.
That's all right.
I try to pay attention when you talk. I try.
Do you?
I do my best.
Do you listen?
I do my best. I try.
Do you listen?
I know it's a bit of a one-way street.
Yes, it is.
All right. Hey, there are games on here. the Big 12 and the SEC are in action, a little bit of ACC ball. How much ball do you get to watch? I know you're so locked in. You're scouting and you're recruiting.
I usually, eat dinner, watch whatever. There's usually some games on. I'll pop in for a little bit before, and then I watch some film or hang out around the house. But my wife watches more than I do.
Is that right?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. She's locked in. I said, can I get a break?
Can I stop?
I'm doing this 10 hours a day. I come home and there's more of it. And it's like, but so it's kind of always on in our house. ESPN or some basketball game, or volleyball or women's basketball. I mean, she's the biggest. Ask Jen. There's not a bigger volleyball fan than Katie Smith.
I love it. Hey, play the $50,000 Cool Cash Hot Seats giveaway. Details at northernquest.com. What about NBA?
Oh, I got the package.
Yeah, okay.
I check in on my Cavaliers.
On your guys.
Yeah, I got to check on my Cavs. And then it's
It's all
That's
day.
basic. Yeah.
It's all day then.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yep.
Do you take an off? You're recruiting the off season, but is there a turn-off switch to this?
Not really. It's gotten worse. Just because you got the July Summer League, you got all these things. There's all kinds of stuff going on. But we get to Lake Chelan. Usually, we don't have TV up there, so it's not an option.
It's a good setup.
Though Rocco over here is lobbying hard to get the TV put in there.
Well, so he's going.
We're not going to live forever either. And I'm like trying to tell him like, no, when I check out, you can't jam cable in there.
But so it's June though, and I'm thinking about Rocco's perspective. He's going MLB TV. He's going Golf Channel.
He is non-baseball.
Okay, all right. So no baseball. So it's summer. So summer league.
He's
maybe.
a huge. If you need help with your fantasy football team,
he's that guy. He's the guy.
There's your guy.
All right.
He racked up a couple chips this year as a consultant.
That's good. I wonder if we were all pulling for Minshew. There was Frankie. I don't know if you went individual
He had Minshew.
defense.
He had Ertz all year.
Gardner. Frankie Louvu had a heck of a year for the Panther defense. If you go individual. Jalen Thompson for the Cardinals. I mean, there's some.
No, there's
a
a
bunch
lot
of dudes out there. Yeah.
He picked up Minshew.
Good.
Didn't you, Rock?
Good. Yeah.
You picked up Minshew, didn't you?
Eagles.
When Jalen went down?
Got him. Yeah,
good. He was on it.
That's good. That's the responsible thing to do. That's fantastic. Hey, let's do some write-in questions.
All right,
here.
let's do it.
We always promise if you write in your questions, we get them in here. Got some of the football players here.
Oh, they did? Okay.
Yeah, so this will be this will be fun.
Yeah.
You've got if you could take another player off the football team, because Jack Wilson was
Jack's done
right
a great
tackle.
job.
He's done a good job. If you could take another,
he's chomping at the bit, man.
He's been playing.
I know. It's just I called him the Ballo Buster all year, and we didn't even check him in because Drame played so well. But we got him ready for Tiemann's coming in from Cal. He's about 7 foot 275, so Big Jack's ready. He's ready.
If you're 7 foot 275, you're giving up 50 pounds.
Yeah,
to Jack Wilson.
I'm looking forward to it. Jack just gives him a little hip check. He will not have seen anything like that. I know that much.
It's still the funniest thing I've seen, and I've told you this story before, but all the guys were fake flopping every time Jack was even near him in the walkthrough. It's great.
We threw a lob to him today, and we had two guys come over there and just like attack the ball, and they just kind of went like this.
It's like that was like
it's like splitting a banana. It's like this bounced right off him.
Okay, if you could take another player off the football team, who?
Well, there's one guy that's lobbied me really hard.
Who's that?
To be on the team.
Who's
he says he's the all-time leading scorer in high school. He's from the same state as me. Cam. Lord, yeah. He says he's all-time leading scorer at West Columbia High or Brazos Wood. He's country now. He is country. I don't even know if his teammates know. I don't know if he probably tries to rep H-Town. He is country. He's out in the stick.
I love it.
But I'll give him a go. He's a good quarterback, so I figure that it should translate a little bit.
Absolutely. All right, there you go. So there's an answer to that question. We'll have to talk to him about it. We'll see how Coach Dickert feels about that.
He was kind on Jack.
Coach Arbuckle. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. Hey, I loved seeing at the Women's Apple Cup on Sunday. There was a call when Cammie started to get a little heated. What advice do you have for a coach in that moment? If you get a little emotional with it. You ever gotten emotional at all?
I've been there.
Yeah, some moments.
I've been there. Yeah. We each have our own way of venting those things.
Yeah.
And she's got a lot more wins than me. She knows what she's doing. She does.
She's great.
She's nonstop. She's working, competing. She's all right.
Yeah, for sure.
She can handle herself.
Yeah, no, there's no doubt.
I'm not offering advice.
I hear. We'll Olay it a little bit.
Yeah.
It's been really cool watching DJ Rodman's game go to the next level as a senior. A little reminiscent of Jeff Pollard. Yeah.
Yes.
How important is his senior year for development on and off the court?
It's great. And just wanted everyone to get on record that he still has a COVID year.
Yeah, he can go.
So when you see him, lobby him back. We want him back.
Love that.
But he's done a great job, and that's what you hope as guys flip to their senior year. They they can, their leadership and their confidence. And, like even Andre, who's in his third year, he's been battling injuries. He's a different human being. He's just he's made us better, even though he's not shooting the ball well, and he knows that. But he's not. As a freshman and sophomore, you're still a little indecisive, uncertain, don't know what you're doing. But DJ's in his confidence is growing. You can see it out there, and I hope he just keeps riding it out.
I thought Yaki played really well against USC and didn't have great stats.
Yeah, no, he's been pretty. He gives you. He's 6'8", 220, and he's tough, and he cares a lot, and that's worth a lot.
Question written in here: what do you think of the flop rule? It seems rather arbitrary.
It's nonsense, a little bit. I think they're just getting to not calling it now. I think in our Arizona game, they just decided we're not going to, which is okay. Be consistent. Call it all the time or don't call it at all. I think we've gotten the short end of it a little bit, although DJ has 19 charges. So,
of his 19 charges taken, I swear he's so smart and good with his feet because he's not flopping. He's getting blown. Guys are blowing him up.
He wanted to braid his hair. I said no. He goes, what do you mean? I said, when you get hit, it's like a little thing going on. So I was like, just leave it. And also, if he braids his hair, he looks like he's about 6'3".
Right, a little shorter. He loses a couple inches.
We don't know. He's about. I think he's 6'5".
Yeah,
I think he's 6'5". It's impressive what he can do.
Yeah,
and and you can see some of a little bit of his dad's DNA is in there for sure.
Yeah, second leading rebounder. Is that still hold true? Second or third of this? I think
in our team.
I think so.
Should be second. I would think.
It was second before I got to check the updated stats. But 6'4", second leading rebounder, right?
They list him 6'6". We'll give him 6'5".
Sorry,
we're not sure what the hair do.
It's hard to.
But I did do a standing reach.
Yeah.
And it's like, here's Kamani. He's like this over him.
Is that right?
Yeah.
In long arms, Kamani does.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's another misleading thing. It's really less about head height and more about arm length in terms of basketball athleticism.
Short, no neck's important.
No.
I'm serious. The no neck guys are the ones you want. They look like this, and they got the long arms. It doesn't matter. The height doesn't matter. It's how high you reach.
Right.
Your wingspan.
Yeah, because if you're 6'7" with this huge.
And the NBA's finally figured that out.
Okay. Yeah.
They were so caught up on height, but then there's some guys like PJ Tucker's 6'5",
right,
strong and long, and they can play. It's the length that matters. The short arm guys can be. You don't see any short-arm guys in the NBA. No. They don't exist.
There was a guy named Chris Carr. He didn't play a ton in the league. This is way back. He was on the Timberwolves. His fingertips went below his kneecaps just standing up there. It was incredible. It's just incredible.
Yeah, so actually, like Tyler Hero actually has short arms. But he can make shots from 40 feet. That helps.
Carlos doesn't have short arms.
Carlos Rosario?
No,
he's super long.
Long arms. He's 6'7".
Oh, that's the other one. He's like this over Rodman, and he's a guard.
Yeah.
But Rodman gets rebounds. He's been blocking shots, too. He's blocked a few shots. I've been really excited.
You can't practice that kind of rebounding, can you? I mean, there's just something. Some guys just have it.
No, I think rebounding is a little bit of it's in the brain. It's a heart and brain. Like, you got to be able to see where the ball is going, anticipate, and then you got to be able to stick your nose in there and track them down. But good athletes can rebound, and it's some that like guys that really rebound in high school. Usually they'll really rebound in college, and so forth. In college to pros is something that translates pretty well.
Interesting. Hey, order, earn, enjoy. It's that easy to earn free food with My McDonald's Rewards. Get exclusive offers, rack up rewards. Download the app today. We'll take a break, come back. We got a Twitter question or two. We'll get into the Bay Area schools. We're going to talk a little bit about Tempe. We'll do that too with the Cougs. Cougs coming up here against Cal. It's tomorrow night, a Wednesday night tip.
Spokane International Airport is a proud sponsor of Washington State University Athletics. The airport connects Cougar fans and alums with over 50 daily departures to 18 nonstop destinations provided by 6 major airlines, as well as one-stop connections to most major metropolitan centers throughout the U.S. Real-time arrival and flight departure information is available at SpokaneAirports.net. Spokane International Airport, when it's time to fly.
Another season of women's and men's college sports is underway. Follow your alma mater or favorite team in their pursuit of the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2023 to the winning institutions in all competitive divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Your home for Cougar basketball.
Deep three buckets. Rise and a crush.
The Washington State Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, Coug fans! Can't decide what to do with your late-night weekends? Why not Cosmic Bowling? Every Friday and Saturday night from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. is Cosmic Bowling at Zeppo's. At a price designed with everyone in mind, we are your destination for music, disco lights, and of course, bowling. Can't join us on the weekends? Zeppo's is the place to be for all ages every day of the week. With bowling, food, and drink specials, we offer prices that won't break the budget. You can even reserve your lane in advance with online reservations at Zeppos.com. When looking for fun in Pullman, look no further than Zeppo's.
College sports fans now have access to hundreds of weekly podcasts that zero in on the college sports world. Now available in the Varsity Podcast Network and part of the new Varsity app. The app is free and available from wherever you get your favorite apps. Download the Varsity app today to have access to hundreds of national podcasts as well as your favorite team-focused podcasts. The Varsity Podcast Network, now available for free on the Varsity app. Download from the App Store and listen today.
This is the U.S. Bank Cougar Coaches Show.
Drives in and hammers a baseline rocket.
Live from Zeppo's with Cougar head coach Kyle Smith, here's the voice of the Cougs, Matt Chazanow.
Back at it live here talking ball with Coach Smith. It's the Bay Area schools. It's Cal and Stanford coming in. And just to be clear, I want to reiterate, tomorrow night game, Wednesday night tip,
Yes.
8 p.m. So that's unique. We don't have a lot of Wednesday games.
No.
So it's a Wednesday night, 8 p.m. tip. We got a bunch of write-in questions for you. Let's start with Jennifer Delzer. You joke about not liking the basketball questions, but it's obvious you're knowledgeable and love the history of the college game. Where did that all start for you?
Well, it started in Houston, Texas, where I was growing up, and I was a big Phi Slamma Jamma fan. Guy V. Lewis with the checkered towel. I got to watch. I remember the front page of the sports section when Akeem Olajuwon landed in Houston. There's a picture of him holding the net, and it's like, so it's just amazing. So he's one of my favorite athletes, and it was neat because all those guys were from Houston. It was, there's Rob Williams was from Milby High School, Michael Young was from Yates, and Larry Michaud was from. So it was like these to be number one in the country is pretty amazing. So pretty fun, and that's in a football state.
Yeah.
So I felt like it was a minor sport down there, to be honest, but it was pretty cool.
Have you met Akeem?
I did. You want to see the picture?
Of course.
It came up today on these technologies beyond me. If I could find it, I'll find it.
Yeah, please
in
do.
between.
Yeah. We'll get it in between. I want to tweet out a picture of you and Hakeem.
Oh, yeah. The Rockets and the Warriors played in the playoffs, and the Rockets were practicing at USF. So I actually brought Rocco over because he wanted to get James Harden's signature. He's a little younger. And I was the one that was in awe. I said, that's Akeem.
That's Akeem,
I said, so I got him to take a picture, and he came away with the Sports Illustrated copy of James Harden and a signature, except it wasn't Harden's.
It was Akeem's.
Who did we get?
Everybody except
and he had a chance. Harden walked by, and he kind of. You were a little younger. You went.
PJ Tucker.
He kind of choked. But he said he wouldn't let that happen again. You got to live and learn.
Hey, this involves you, Rocco. This next question is from Tom. Tom wants to know what will it, and this is for real, this is no joke, on Twitter, what will it take to get Rocco on the next road trip? So we know Rocco has a Twitter burner in Tom Wilkinson. He's trying to get on the next road trip.
Well, that's easy. You just got to talk to Corone. Is it Corone Jones? Corone Jones, who's his English teacher in 8th grade, and if she gives him thumbs up.
I love it.
If she says his behavior's good and his work's good, his penmanship, the whole bit, written in writing, not a verbal, I need something in writing, then we'll discuss.
All right.
Because he's going to give me a hard time because he was on the trip last year when we got quad 1 wins. He says, Dad, you hadn't got any quad 1 wins. I've been going. So guess what we did last game? Bang, got a quad 1 without him.
There it is.
So, but if Corone's out there, she can fix, she can remedy the situation.
And Tom Wilkinson says, if we set the bar this week, we have time to reach the goals. That's what he said. He's not wrong.
There you go.
He's not wrong. Wise man. Marcus Paul Burns wants to know, what was the secret sauce for mitigating Arizona's fast break?
Not turn it over. Don't turn it over. It's pretty simple. That's been a big part of our. We're playing better because we haven't been throwing the ball away, and against them, there's going to be downhill runs right at the rim, and they're a fun team to watch, actually, when you're not playing them.
There's a stat coming in that Justin Powell had, I believe it was 5 games with no turnovers.
Yeah.
He had one really late against Arizona. Yeah. It's really like a 6th game with no turnovers. Yeah. He's playing 35-plus minutes a game. That's incredible.
No, he's been really valuable in that regard, and almost to a fault. Because I want him to take a little more chances and try to score more because he's capable, but we're a little short on the ball handling, and he's absorbed a lot of that. So, and especially when Jay was out and Andre was out, he really had to do it. So as Kamani and even Dylan can emerge and give us more minutes, I think we can get him off the ball so he can score a little more too. Because I liked him. He's a really good passer. I want him to take a few more chances with trying to find the roller and pick and rolls and cross court. He's really good. So, but right now he's just having to handle the pressure. He's doing a great job.
Now we got 3 questions here, and then we'll take a break, and then we'll do trivia, and we'll roll on here. And
All
then
right.
We need to preview Cal and Stanford.
Do we?
Need is maybe the want. Maybe is more.
We will.
Okay.
We do.
All right, we'll do that. All right. What color uniform is your favorite? Crimson, gray, white. You have a
never thought of it.
Anthracite, I think, is one of them.
No, I'm going to go
crimson, white.
Crimson.
All right, road unis. Just
like the crimson.
There you go.
I like the
It's a classic look. Yeah. Is Deshaun Jackson going to see any action this season?
Too early to tell. Most likely not. Okay. Most likely not.
All right. Hope he's doing all right.
Yeah, he's doing okay though.
Good. He was on the last trip.
Yep, made the trip. And he's rehabbing and doing pretty well. So
great. That's great.
Yep.
What is your favorite dessert? That's a right-in question.
That's someone that's obviously looking at me. They're like, this guy likes dessert. Well, let me think about that for a second. There's a couple. My mom, and Rocco can attest.
Yeah.
She makes a Texas sheet cake, which is awesome.
What goes into Texas sheet cake?
I don't know if you can. Texas sheet cake's like a really thin, kind of half cake, half brownie.
Oh.
And it's got a nice little layer of chocolate on it. Yeah. It's good.
Sounds great.
And then she also makes these things called butter bars.
Those sound good.
Which just basically eating a stick of butter.
Is what it is. Yeah.
They're really good.
Nice.
And then if you really want it, maybe I can get a free meal out of this one. If you go to Black Cypress, the huckleberry and bread pudding is
nice.
It's pretty good.
Love that.
And I like a lemon meringue too. Or key lime pie. So those were 5.
We are starting to rack up
5. But I'll go Texas sheet cake.
I love it. Hey, Washington State University would like to thank Crimson and Gray for their continued support of Cougar Athletics. Head to bookstore.com to get the latest in Cougar apparel. That's BKSTR.com. Trivia next. You all right with that?
I'm ready.
All right, we'll do. We'll take a break. Come back. We're live next. We're doing trivia with Coach Smith.
Running a business is a lot of work. Luckily, I've got a great partner.
Oh, I thank you.
I meant U.S. Bank.
I knew that.
U.S. Bank Business Essentials is a huge help to us.
Totally. Their comprehensive point-of-sale system does it all. Tracks inventory, manages schedules, customizes orders.
Plus all the regular banking stuff.
If only it could make coffee.
Nah, that's your job.
From point of sale to quick loans, we have many ways to make your business boom. That's what U.S. Bank is for. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender member FDIC.
We hired a real-life quarterback to tell you about Turf Club Sportsbook at Northern Quest.
Pluto! 67! Mouse wizard left! Java Domino! The pony side flanker! 280 hot! Set hot!
It didn't work out. So, here goes. Bet, watch, and win like never before at Turf Club Sportsbook with real sports wagering, wall-to-wall HD TVs, and luxury seating in the heart of the action at Northern Quest. Turf Club Sportsbook, the ultimate game changer.
This is Cougar Basketball from Learfield.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain cold refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Another season of women's and men's college sports is underway. Follow your alma mater or favorite team in their pursuit of the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2023 to the winning institutions in all competitive divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
This is the U.S. Bank Cougar Coaches Show on the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield.
Floats up for three, got it. Drives in, dunks it down, an exclamation point.
With Coach Smith, here's Matt Chazanow.
Cougars take on the Bay Area schools this week. We're live here at Zeppo's. It is great to be here with everybody. We've got Cal tomorrow night, 8 p.m., and then Stanford on Saturday at 5 p.m. So 8 p.m. Wednesday, and then a 5 p.m. on, I want to make sure I have these dates right here. Yeah, 5 p.m. on Saturday. Support WSU athletics and WSU's sustainability efforts as we pursue a zero-waste future. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Cougs go green. All right, fire up the music. You find that?
I can't find this picture. It's driving me nuts.
You get it, we'll get it. I want to see it. For sure. Okay, trivia time.
All right, let's go. Yeah,
five questions.
Wait. We're not going to talk about my trivia and Pac-12 series.
We'll do that. Let's do it now. Let's do that.
I get to promote myself.
Yeah. So Coach, rightfully boasting about so buddy of mine, Guy Haberman, works for the PAC Networks, also hosts a radio show for the PAC, had Coach on, and I was talking to Guy, unbeknownst to you.
Yeah.
And I said, listen, Kyle's really, really good at trivia. He goes, I go, no, he's really good at it. He actually, well, you got two, by association, you go on
a Guy, he hit me with that. I should have known you're the mole.
Yeah, it was me. So, it's not this is a public, like, people do know,
Yeah, that's true.
And he did watch the show last week. He told me to. So
did he?
Yes, he did. So
that's a true fan.
So he was checking it out.
It's a good friend.
Yeah, he's great. Oh, he's great. All right. So he got which question right today? Who named the Pacific Ocean?
Yeah.
But your thought process was all that much more impressive.
And I said, that was kind of took me by surprise. I said let me think. It was probably a Spanish explorer.
Yeah.
And I said Magellan.
Correct.
Like the Magellan Straits. And it was correct.
Yeah.
And then they questioned me. They thought I Googled it at the time. And I said, they don't know me very well because there's no way I can talk on the phone and Google at the same time.
That's right.
So if they knew me, there's absolutely no chance.
That's right.
But I just said, anyway, we've talked enough about my...
Well, ring it up. Luke, give him a little credit here.
Yeah.
There
so
we
I was
go.
proud of that.
Congratulations.
Yes, that's 1 for 1.
That's great. Congratulations. Okay. 1 for 1. So we'll give you extra credit. All right, here we go. Question number 1. When is the last time Coug Hoops won at a top 5 team?
Never.
Saturday.
Oh.
Ring him up because
Yeah.
Correct.
Previously
that never happened
to
before.
Saturday. Right. Correct.
Both are true. Correct.
Yes.
All right. Question number 2. This PAC school set the conference record for 3-point percentage in a game with at least 20 attempts as a team.
Cal.
Ring it up. Yeah. That happened on Friday before the game in Tucson. So 2 for 2. Which famous West Coast NBA TV broadcaster and radio, but NBA broadcaster is credited with coining the term dunk?
Oh, wow.
Famous
only one I can think of. Does he have Washington State roots?
No,
it's Chick.
Correct. Ring it up. That's correct. He is correct.
I was eliminating any possibility. I figured it was Chick.
The only Washington State tie is Michael Thompson is the Laker radio analyst. He's Clay's father and works. I don't know if he worked with Chick ever. I'm ignorant to that. Maybe it's
he played when Chick was in the games.
Other than that, but
sure, Chick was awesome when I lived in Southern California. He's really good. He was really good.
That's cool. That's really, really cool. Okay, 4th question here. Which Coug leads the PAC in 3-point percentage this year and is second in the nation in 3-point percentage?
Jabe.
Correct. That is correct. Ring it up. Yep. 4
Feels
for
good
4
when he shoots.
4 for 4. And a non-basketball question. It's not the easiest one.
All right. Yeah.
It's not the hardest, but not the easiest. What is the tallest mountain peak east of the Mississippi River in the U.S.?
In the U.S.
Yeah.
This I probably have no chance.
It's hard
because nothing is coming to mind. I got one option I'm going with that I can think of. Can I get a range of? Is it?
Yeah, I can give you a range. Appalachian.
Where are you going to say Appalachian?
It's so. Yeah,
I was in New England for a second, so I'm off.
Yeah. Appalachian.
Or whatever, I can't.
It's Appalachian State, but it's the Appalachian Mountains. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing.
I couldn't name a mountain.
Yeah, no, it's hard. It's hard. It's not.
What is it?
It's Mount Mitchell, which you may. Well, okay. All right, there it is. Yeah.
0. The only thing I could think of was like Mount Stowe in Vermont.
Yeah, that's a ski. I think that's a ski.
That's all I got.
Yeah. Mount Mitchell. I'd heard of it, but
I didn't know there's any mountains east of the Mississippi. To be honest.
Well, it's just that's it. The Catskills, but they're not. I don't think super tall. And the Adirondacks, but really, it's the Blue Ridge Parkway.
Not really a peak.
No.
Mount Mitchell I've never heard of.
Yeah, it's just there,
Yeah.
It's tall.
And how tall?
That I don't know.
2,800 feet,
Probably.
like Pullman.
Yeah, right.
Same altitude as Pullman.
I don't know.
That's
a great question. Maybe we can get Luke
if it's like 2,800 feet, this is
I don't know. Well, that's a good question. I don't know how tall is Mount Mitchell.
It's got to be
Mount Mitchell.
You better have like 8,000 feet.
6,600 feet. That's pretty tall. So it's over a mile.
Well, it'll be the shortest peak in the Rockies. I mean, what did we?
Yeah, it's a baby.
Come on,
it's a baby. It's a youthful. Okay, let's do this. All right. I don't quite take a break yet. We have 2 more to take. We do need to take
do
one.
it. All right,
let's do it.
What are we doing? We got 25 minutes, man.
I know. I don't want to.
Do it. You're a changed man.
I'm trying to be better. Trying to be more responsible.
You're doing great. You're trying to be a pro.
Thank you. I'm trying. I'm trying.
You're doing great.
All right, we're live here at Zeppo's. We're talking ball. We'll do Cal and Stanford. I promise we'll do that next as we're live here at Zeppo's talking ball with Coach Smith.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain cold refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
When you set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
You're listening to Cougar Basketball.
Two-handed skyscraper jam. Shot is up and in, and the foul.
On the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield.
Another season of women's and men's college sports is underway. Follow your alma mater or favorite team in their pursuit of the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2023 to the winning institutions in all competitive divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Spokane International Airport is a proud sponsor of Washington State University Athletics. The airport connects Cougar fans and alums with over 50 daily departures to 18 nonstop destinations provided by 6 major airlines, as well as one-stop connections to most major metropolitan centers throughout the U.S. Real-time arrival and flight departure information is available at SpokaneAirports.net. Spokane International Airport, when it's time to fly.
Welcome back to the show. Time now to look ahead at this week's game with the Coors Light Opponent Preview. Coors Light, mountain cold refreshment made to chill.
Back at it live here at Zeppo's. We're talking ball. Let's get into the nitty-gritty here, Coach. It's the Cougs 7-10, 2-4 in the back. It's Cal. Now, here's the key here. 3-13 overall. Not good, to say the least, but 2-3 in the pack. So they've kind of gotten healthy maybe and maybe figured something out here.
Like I said, I mentioned it somewhere, but Coach Andrzejczyk pulled out one of his analytics things. In the last 4 games, they've been playing like a top 15 team.
Wow.
And, Colorado's good, and they're up 20 and really controlled that game. I mean, Colorado beat Tennessee. It was like 2 in the Ken Palm. And then Colorado turned around, went home, and just walloped, who'd they drill? Oregon State, just manhandled them. So they're playing well. And obviously what they did to Stanford, they got it in the last 4 games, whatever, they've been up 20. So when you're playing that way, you're feeling with confidence. Clayton has given them another scorer and an extra ball handler and playmaker. And and Joel Brown's playing like a senior, senior guard. And you got Askew's talented. They're doing it without Askew. So that's going to give them a lot of confidence, I'm sure, coming up here.
Yeah, DeJuan Clayton is like a 7th-year guy. He's been hurt for 700 days or something. He'd been hurt.
He came in just banging jumpers.
And
no big deal.
Comes in letting it fly.
No, it looked calm as could be.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no rust on him.
No.
He just came in. I was like, this is what we deserve. I mean, we have the 5th hardest schedule in the world, and now they're playing at a high level. And I just saw actually was rebounding for Rocco, Mark Fox, and they came in there and they're feeling good about themselves. They should, and they're they had to just. He should be really proud. They easily could have. Just get, it was pretty dark. They hadn't won a game, and then they broke through, and now they're playing really well.
A little bit different team, obviously. Last year's Beaver squad had a bad record. They were struggling. It took the Cougs to overtime last year, which, frankly, when you and I were talking, wasn't a shock. They could really score last year. They had a bad record. This Cal Bear team's not as bad as the record.
They're in the Pac-12. There's Pac-12 players, and for whatever reason, they are, struggled early. They got some young front court guys and new pieces. I saw them earlier in the year. They just didn't have enough ball handling. They didn't have another guard. This is all Askew, and I think Brown was hurt a little bit too in there. So they've kind of figured some things out. And like I said, I looked at Mark's been in the NCAA tournament 5 times. He knows what he's doing, and they do what they do. They're going to be physical, they're going to be tough, and they'll run their offense and they'll mix up their defenses, and it'll be really challenging.
There was a funny thing that happened last year. I think it was last year with Joel Brown. They brought him off the plane at halftime.
That was unbelievable. That's just still in the COVID world. They're he couldn't get clarity. If they flew him in, they brought him in the second half. He played about 3 possessions, turned it over, and they just got him out of there. So, and we're before the game, is he playing? He's not. I'm like, if he's flying up the day of, we probably want him to play. I mean, it's just it's just so hard to do, and it just screws up everything. But
he had been quarantined,
and they were smart enough to take him out.
Right.
That was a beauty. They played 2 possessions. They said, "Get over here."
You're out.
I was like, "Let him go. Let him play through it. Play through it." And that was a really tough game. Both. We played. It was both games were really tough. We were fortunate to win, and they're going to make you earn it. And if you're, it's going to be competitive.
All right, so what do you make of Stanford now that they have a bad Pac record? They've got a McDonald's All-American in Harrison Ingram. They have recruited at as high level as anybody over the last 3, 4, 5 years. Right? They've given the Cougs a hard time at times too.
Hard time. They were our nemesis. We came here. We were terrified of them, and still am. To be great. And what's funny? I looked at their deal. Although they haven't won in the Pac, they're a better team on paper now than they were than they finished last year.
Is that
right? They're like 93 in the Palm, or something. They're 102 or something. They finished last year, so they just haven't had guard play. They do have good wings. They're kind of the similar deal. They're just a little short on that, but their wings are really good.
Really good. Spencer Jones and Harrison Ingram are really
2 all-league players.
Yeah,
really.
You want those guys.
Ingram has struggled a little bit this year. I looked at the stats, but yeah, I think anyone in the league would love to have those 2 guys. You got Keefe, who's tough as can be, and their French center's good.
Yeah.
So their front line's very good, and then they got the transfer from Davidson, who's a driller. So it's just O'Connell and Silva, their point guard, and they're it's still pretty young. Silva is, so if they get that sorted out, it'll be tough. It's just what it is.
Keefe's father played with Eggs in Atlanta.
Yeah,
it's always a fun little tie there. Craig always, and I think they're buddies too. So he always sees him.
I got a story about Keefe.
Oh, do you?
I recruited him, right?
Yeah.
So it was at San Francisco, and it was like Princeton, San Francisco, and Stanford was a walk-on situation, which I know his dad played there and the whole deal, and I was like, and I knew he was tough and he was good, and so he commits to Stanford. I'm like, gosh, we got beat by him. I understand, whatever. And then when I got this Washington State job, I got a call from his dad, and I'm thinking,
yeah,
James wants to come play for Coach Smith. He wants to come to Pullman. He wants to play in the Pac-12 on a scholarship. And he goes, and his dad is a financial advisor now. He's like, now, Kyle, that you're making a little more money, I'd really like to talk to you about.
Oh, you went.
What are you going to do with your money?
That's great. That's great.
I was hoping you were calling about James.
That's funny. But Adam Keefe.
Yeah, so he went with that. But anyway, so
one of the great rebounders and scorers in the history of the Pac.
One of the toughest guys in the Pac-12 history.
Yeah.
Coach Montgomery, played for Coach Montgomery, and he had some good Montgomery stories, too.
Yeah,
He's pretty funny.
Good guy. That is really, really funny. That's awesome. That's a great story. All right, we'll take our final break, come back, put a bow on it next, live here at Zeppo's Talking Ball before the Bay Area schools here come to town.
Hey, Coug fans! Can't decide what to do with your late-night weekends? Why not Cosmic Bowling? Every Friday and Saturday night from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. is Cosmic Bowling at Zeppo's. At a price designed with everyone in mind, we are your destination for music, disco lights, and, of course, bowling. Can't join us on the weekends? Zeppo's is the place to be for all ages every day of the week. With bowling, food, and drink specials, we offer prices that won't break the budget. You can even reserve your lane in advance with online reservations at Zeppos.com. When looking for fun in Pullman, look no further than Zeppo's.
Spokane International Airport is a proud sponsor of Washington State University Athletics. The airport connects Cougar fans and alums with over 50 daily departures to 18 nonstop destinations provided by 6 major airlines, as well as one-stop connections to most major metropolitan centers throughout the U.S. Real-time arrival and flight departure information is available at SpokaneAirports.net. Spokane International Airport, when it's time to fly.
This is the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield. This is Cougar basketball.
Gay, put back, hammer time at Beasley. Bubba icing on the cake. Layup on the break and the foul.
Tune in all season long as Kyle Smith and the Cougs look to make more noise in the Pac-12.
Has the ball in the pickup, finds Mullen, 3 for the win. He got it from the left wing lead. 3.1 seconds left.
It's only on your home for Cougar basketball, the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield.
There's always time for the drive-thru deal. Because no matter how fast you are at making breakfast, McDonald's is faster.
Nothing fits your morning routine like your favorite breakfast. From a sausage McMuffin to a sausage burrito to those crisp, flaky, fluffy hash browns. Mix and match them every day with buy one, get one for $1. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid for item of equal or lesser value.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Have a question for Coach Smith? Send a tweet with your thoughts to Matt Chazanow using the handle @M_Chaz. That's M_CHAZ. Now, back to Zeppos.
Back here live at Zeppos, talking ball with Coach Smith. It is an 8 p.m. tip, 7:30 airtime tomorrow night. Cougs against the Golden Bears. And then Saturday against Stanford. So it's halftime. Cougs are up big at Arizona. I go to get a glass of water, a cup of water at the water cooler, and Bill Walton's there, and he goes, "Hey, Matt," and I'm like, "Wow, Bill Walton! First of all, wow, he knows who I am because he was just here."
He usually goes, "Your parents' name is." That's just
is that his thing?
Hey, Kyle, how's Gary
How's
doing?
Gary? That's great. That's great. So he goes. First of all, looking good. I go, "Yeah, Coach, looking real good. Up double figures."
Yep.
You know, he wants to talk ball like Bill Walton wants to talk ball. It's great. He goes, "Now, don't forget." The only thing less important than a halftime score is an exhibition final. But good luck in the second half. I'm like, that's true. He's not wrong.
No, we pulled it off.
Oh, he's been. When's the last time we had Bill Walton for basically 2 weeks? It's been really
it's
fun.
great,
yeah.
and he's been great. And I never listened to the broadcast afterwards, but everyone said that he really positive towards us, and he's positive towards everyone. But he's great.
You know, I think he and I know. Well, his letter publicly, he's crestfallen about what's going on with the league. I mean, he personally.
Did you open the floor for me to talk about that?
Well, I mean, sure.
No. I think me and him are the only people that are like, this is ridiculous.
Well, they're not the only ones. Yeah.
I mean, but no one's really pushed back and said this is stupid. UCLA, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You're a big part of the Pac-12 and it doesn't make any sense at all. And financially, it's a short-term thing and. Whatever. They'll be back. That's my prediction. We'll get them back. Yeah. I've got no pride. Come on back.
Well,
we're good.
He said he did the Snake River and he did all these Bill Walton I'm talking about. He did all these things and I mean, look, we can talk about Big Ten and all this stuff. I don't want to get too far on it, but it's been really fun to have him around. So we were talking about something just now in the break, and it reminded me, Elo and Adam Keefe and whatever. Craig Elo participated in 2 3-point competitions. As a player, which is awesome, right? You had the 40% threshold, and he was there, and just incredible.
I've been around a bunch of them.
About a bunch of what? 3-point.
Joey Harris has won it once or twice.
Oh yeah.
And then Jason Capono used to come to our gym and work out St. Mary's.
Yeah.
So, and it's pretty fun to watch those guys shoot. And honestly, Jabe is one of those.
He's kind
of one of those guys who can really shoot it. So
Craig has reflected. He's like, this guy can really shoot.
It's fun to watch.
Oh, so the first one Elo is paired up by chance with Larry Bird, right?
Yeah.
So he said he couldn't have been more nervous, and he's in the warm-up thing in the Cavs, and they call his name out, and he's shaking.
You're going against a killer.
It's Bird, right? So he misses the first 8. He misses 0 for 8.
Can happen.
And he realizes no one is reacting. The place is sold out. It's 16,000. No one's reacting to his misses. They're all watching Larry.
Yeah, they're celebrating. He's like, I don't get it.
He's like, yeah. And so they calm down, and he drills like he hits like 14. Like he got hot and then calmed down.
Did he win?
He did. No. He said this. He just was.
It wasn't the one where Bird just kind of held it up.
No, it might have. I don't know.
Think so.
I don't know.
I think he did that to Bird's iconic one. He did it to someone he didn't like.
Well, it wasn't in the this was the opening round.
Oh, opening. Okay. Yeah,
so it might have been that.
I think in one of the finals he shot it kind of looked away and
he
just
never
held it up.
So as the story goes in the locker room, Bird goes, "Who's coming in second?" And then he walks out, never takes his warm-up jersey off.
Yes, I remember he'd have the shooting shirt on.
Yeah,
that's
great. Awesome. So then, and Eggs was in another one. He was in 2, and then the second we said he did a little bit better, and that was in Orlando. This is great, though. He's Mark Price's buddy. Yeah. Mark Price is on the piece. Something happened. Somebody got sick or whatever. Price happened to be in Orlando on family vacation. They call him. He wasn't
for the 3-point.
Just for the 3-point. He didn't do great because he hadn't been shooting.
I can't believe that. That guy could shoot.
Oh, man. All time. Just all time. Yes. I know they're still really, really tight.
That's one of my favorite players.
Jabe, just incredible. He was like
that's right my age. When I was Stockton, actually, I hate to say that. Stockton was the guy. I was like, when that guy tried out for the Olympics in '84, I said, I could be that guy.
Sure. Yeah.
And then I was like,
Elo tells me, he goes, he and John crossed paths, of course, in Spokane, and he always, from time to time, reminds John he hit a couple game winners over him in the NBA.
Nice.
He hit a buzzer beater over him. Yeah,
nice. That guy was tough.
Yeah.
And a great athlete.
Famously so.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, just incredible. Jabe, you mentioned Jabe. We got a couple minutes left here. We saw his parents at the airport. Right. It was great to see, and his mom's gushing, and she should be super proud. It's been amazing. But he can really shoot it, like uncommonly so. He can really fill it up.
Yeah, no, funny. And I loved
You're working with the tall analyst.
Like I said, we couldn't quite get involved with him. Just kind of when we first arrived, and was kind of behind in the recruiting. And liked him because he could do so many other things offensively. He's a really good passer. He had good size. He played point guard in high school. Now, this level, it's a little harder for some of those quicker guys, but he's starting to throw some passes that are. He's more than just a shooter. He can dribble, and he threw a nice little lob to Drame. He had like 3 passes in that UCLA game. I remember like late when Drame's in there, wrap around, bounce pass, and Drame couldn't quite finish it. But it's like, he's only a sophomore with the COVID year. So I'm trying to, whatever, at least. And he only played 8 minutes a game last year. And St. Mary's was just really good. I'm trying to realize, and I know what they do practice. I was like, coming out of that program, he's going to be really well coached. Their shooting stuff they do, they really improve, and he's brought that here, and it's great.
I mean, he's just a rarity. And then you got Powell, and you got him, and you could see it against Arizona. At one point, I said to Eggs on the air, I said, all right, you got Adrame and Gay both playing in the game at the same time. You got Powell, you got Mullins being the player of the year in the state of Washington. It's the highest recruited team in Washington State history since Elo. Since Don Collins and Craig Elo, and in terms of
I hate that stuff, but it's good. I mean, I just
talent-wise.
No, it looks like we're poorly coached.
No, that's not my implication.
Or 7-10. No. Or 7-10.
No. I'm looking at them against number 5 team in America, and I'm going.
No.
They can beat these guys.
No, we will. Like I said, get old, get experience, get these guys. Hopefully we get as many as we can back and stay in the program.
Get exposed
this team seems to be enjoying, despite they've been great the whole time and had a really tough schedule.
You're good. You're working with the tall analyst or tall
play-by-play. We'll just keep growing together.
It's on the ascent here.
Yeah, no. It's just the 2 gingers. They get along great. It's like I don't know how you pair up both. We got 2 of them. It's like
funny.
We're gonna play both of them. What the heck?
Yeah,
figure it out.
Yeah, it feels like the team's also figured out kind of a pack rotation here. Like who you want in.
No, it takes a time, and I think those injuries early hurt us. And I felt pretty comfortable going into the season. Well, prior to like I said, Coug 1.0 version was with Deshaun and Miles.
Right.
They go down. Coug 2.0 is everyone else.
Right.
Coug 3.0 is without Andre and Jay.
Right.
And now we're on Coug 4.0 all put back together.
Right.
And it usually forms a little early, but it took a while. We got we pretty much got our top 8. And then, Carlos and Dylan are kind of like 9th and 10th guys, and Jack, they're available in situations, and they've handled that well because Dylan's gone from starting, not playing as much, and he's kept a great attitude.
He's great in Tempe. Plays best minutes in Tempe.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I wanted to get him in that Arizona game, but didn't get the opportunity because we were winning. I'm not saying it wasn't the right time, and it's like, but we'll need him like against Cal probably because they got those 3 guards and. he's starting to, he can give us. He's got some quick feet and good pennant. We need some other guys to go by somebody. So hopefully he can keep getting better.
Really bouncy, too. I mean, he's a really good athlete.
No, he's a good athlete.
Yeah.
He thinks he's too heavy. He's 182 pounds.
Dylan thinks he's too heavy?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
He's like, I'm not jumping as well. I mean, he still goes up there and hammer dunks.
Yeah.
I was like, you're just a freshman. You start finding things that, like, it's sad. Or, I'm like, you're still pretty quick. It means you've done a good job in the weight room.
Right.
He's probably put on 13 pounds since he showed up in June. And it's just part of the process. And I think I don't know if I mentioned to you, but it's a good sign. Like DJ Rodman pulled him aside the other day, said, "Hey, hang in there. You're doing fine." My freshman year went the same way. I had a really good summer in the fall in school. Whatever, everything piled up and it was hard. And we expected a little more out of DJ that first year, and we're a little like, darn it, it's just hard. Yeah. And now look at DJ now. He's really,
At times he's the best player out there, regardless who you're playing. I mean,
I know, and he's like I said, he's my mom and my mother-in-law's favorite player. So that's a rare combination.
I love it.
They tell me so.
They tell me so. Yeah.
Play DJ more.
Yeah.
Well, by the time you started him.
35
I know. By the time you started him.
That's funny.
Yeah,
that's
it
great.
happens.
I love it. Hey, huge thanks to everybody here in person for coming as always.
Awesome.
It's great to see you. It really is.
Great. Appreciate it.
Jared Prankhuber is our man behind the camera. Jerry Kylo is getting us on the air, and Luke Hallett is back doing a bunch of stuff in studio.
Awesome.
Late night tip tomorrow night, Wednesday. Thank you, Coach.
All right.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yep.
That's awesome.
7:30 airtime tomorrow night. Cougs and Cal Golden Bears.